Good morning, students. Welcome to my online class. The previous video, you have learned about the meaning of Constitution, needs of our Indian Constitution, nature of our Indian Constitution, the Constituent Assembly, and makers of our Indian Constitution. So now today I will discuss about the preamble of our Indian Constitution. So the preamble to the Constitution is here. So what is written here? We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political liberty of thoughts, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. So, this is our Indian Constitution entire gist. So our preamble is a gist of our Indian Constitution. Preamble to the Constitution of India. The preamble can be referred to as the preface, which highlights the essence of entire Constitution. So it is the essence of entire Constitution. Essence means summary, gist of whole Constitution of our India. It was adopted on 26 November 1949, but it came into effect on 26 January 1950, the Republic Day of India. So we also observe Republic Day on that 26 January 1950. From this day we observe Republic Day of India. It is also called the soul of Indian Constitution. You can see here. It is also called the soul of our Indian Constitution. The preamble to the Constitution of India is a brief introduction statement that set out the guiding purpose and principle of documents. So it is a brief introduction part of our Constitution. So these 3 points you have remember, always you have to keep your mind. One thing is our Indian preamble is a gist of entire Constitution. Number 2, it was adopted 26 November 1949 and came into effect from 26 January 1950, and it is also called the soul of Indian Constitution. Clear? Now, meaning of preamble. The first word of the preamble. You can see the first word of the preamble. What is? We, the people of India. The first word of the preamble, we, the people, signify that the power is ultimately vested in the hands of the people. This word totally declared that our Indian Constitution based on democratic based on the people of our India. So the power is ultimately vested in the hands of the people. Preamble has been amended only once in 1976 by 42, which inserted words socialism, secularism, and integrity. So our preamble has been amended only one time, and in this period, 1976, in this time, three words also inserted: socialism, secularism, and integrity. Now, sovereign. So our Indian constitution is a sovereign, also socialist, also secular, democratic, republic, and justice. So now, before, when I discussing about the first word, with the people of India, so where I use a word democratic. So now I will discuss about democratic. So now first is your sovereign. Sovereign means supreme or independence. India is externally free from control of any foreign power, and internally it has free government. So after independence of our country, so we are totally free, we know. So and our constitution also ensure our sovereign. Sovereign means we are not dominated by any power of foreign, or internally it has free government. So our India in internally they have a free government. Number two, socialist. This term added 42 amendment in 1976. I have already told you only one time our preamble of our Indian constitution has been amended, and this time three words inserted. The first is socialist. This word also inserted. It is because socialism is one of the national goals to be achieved. One of the national goal to be achieved. It means our India is a socialist state because socialism is one of the national goal to be achieved. Thus, India is against exploitation in all form and will try to establish economic justice. Clear? Next, secular. Secular means all religion enjoy equal freedom. No discrimination is made on ground of religion. So in our constitution, it also ensured that our country is a secular country. So there are no particular religion. There are no particular official religion because there are lots of religion lived in our India. So our Indian constitution is a secular. Democratic. Democratic means our ruler are elected by the people, not by any particular person, not any king. It's a elected by the people of our India, and administration of our country carried by the elected representative. Means we select or elect our representative by election, and this representative who nominate for this post, he control and he also rule over us. So that is why our Indian government, our Indian constitution is called democratic. Our government also called democratic government. Now, republic, the head of the state. The president is elected head from among the people. Is it clear? So our president, our Rashtrapati, is an elected head from among the people. Now justice. It refers to three varying aspects. There are three aspects of justice. We are already know in preamble we are written justice, social, economic and political. We know about it. So it refers to three varying aspects: political, social and economic, which secure direct provision of fundamental rights. Clear? Now, liberty. It refers to the freedom activities of Indian nation. All citizens are secure with liberty of thoughts, expression, belief, faith and worship through fundamental rights. So through fundamental rights, we are all secure with liberty of thoughts, expression, beliefs, faith and worship. So I will discuss detail about the fundamental rights in next chapter. There are so many fundamental rights: right to freedom, right to equality, right to exploitation, right against exploitation, cultural and educational rights, right to freedom of religion, right to constitutional remedies. So these are our fundamental rights. So I will discuss later in next unit. So next, equality. It ensures the equal opportunity without any discrimination. Equality means no any majority can dominate over minority in the view of political, economic or civic. Fraternity. This refers a feeling of brotherhood and sense of belonging with our country among its people. So our fraternity ensured a brotherhood concept among the people of our country. And there should have no discrimination in view of religion, caste, sex. So this is a fraternity. Now procedure of amendment of Indian Constitution. So to amend any bill of our Indian Constitution, there have some criteria and you have to go through these three stages. First, by simple majority. Second, by special majority. Third, special majority and ratification. And that is why our Indian Constitution is a rigid and flexible. It's a mixture of rigid and flexible for this way. By simple majority, the bill should be approved by a majority of the member present and voting in both houses of the parliament. So you know, parliament has two houses, the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. Number 2, by special majority. The amendment bill shall have to be approved by both of the houses of parliament by absolute majority of total membership and 2/3 majority of member of present and voting. So what is this? It bill can be approved by both of houses of parliament by absolute majority of total membership and two-third majority of member of present and voting. And third, special majority and ratification. After the bill passed by special majority in both houses, it may be approved by the legislatures of at least half of the member of states. It should be approved by the legislatures of at least half of the member of the states. Clear? So this is our procedure of amendment of Indian constitutions. Sources of our constitution. So our constitutions, there are lots of features. So these features have been collected from different countries' constitution. From UK. President, Prime Minister, parliamentary types of government, lower houses, more powerful, Council of Minister, provision of Speaker in Lok Sabha. So these are collected from UK, United Kingdom. From USA. Written Constitution, fundamental rights, appointment of Vice President, head of the state known as President, provision of state judicial review. From USA, United States of America. From Australia, concurrent list, central state relation, preamble of constitution, law of Supreme Court, federal system and residuary power. From USSR, fundamental duties, 5 years plan. From Germany, emergency provision. South Africa, procedure of constitutional amendment. So these three procedure you know: simple majority, special majority and ratification. So this procedure of constitutional amendment have collected from South Africa. Now Ireland, concept of direct principle of state policy. So direct principle of state policy I will discuss later your second chapter. We are having a details about direct principle of state policy. There are so many principles: economic principles, social principle, Gandhian principle, principle related to international peace and security. So I will discuss next chapter. So in this way, your chapter